Hi, besties. It's Lida and Shabana on Bestie Vibes podcast. Today's topic, it's quite juicy. Love. Does it change once you get married or once you have children? Let's dive into it.
I don't think you fall out of love when you're married after marriage or kids. I think you just don't have the butterflies when you do, when you're dating or when you're actually engaged, when you're not living together. The butterfly, the excitement, it's quite different. After marriage, it's just the excitement. I guess it's gone.
Well, it depends. I don't think the excitement's completely gone. I just feel like you feel love differently.
Yeah.
I feel like love changes. To your point, it doesn't fade, but it does change once you get married or once you have kids because things that you used to like before, that you used to think is love, is defining love, it no longer defines love, whereas things that you wouldn't even think about, like filling up your car tank when your husband does that,
Yeah.
or shoveling the snow, those things you find that they're cute and you find that to be love. Whereas when you're engaged or dating, you like those cute messages, the good
The
morning.
flowers and the gifts and just showing up randomly to your work, just cute
Or bringing you
things.
lunch,
I
like.
mean, you could still do that, like,
Yeah.
when you're working, imagine like your husband's showing up with your favorite food, like just,
Yeah.
it's quite cute still, right?
Of
And,
course. And that's
yeah.
when, you remind each other like what you really fell in love with.
Yeah.
And you kind of bring back that excitement, that excitement's not going to be there on a daily, weekly basis, but it's more like you have to remind each other every now and then of your relationship and just showing each other the love.
Yeah, and showing with little things, it doesn't even have to be big. Like you said, something that makes the wife happy or something the wife does that makes the husband happy, making his favorite meal once in a while or just celebrating a small surprise, intimate birthday for him or just small things that shows love. So it doesn't fade because I guess it does fade for some people and that's why divorce happens because there's not enough understanding.
But I feel like sometimes people miss being loved a certain way when they used to get love like that and getting that attention when they were engaged or dating. Whereas once they get, married, it's not the same. So they think their love faded, but in reality, that's not the case. It's more of just people changing over time.
This brings back to our love language episode, which if you guys haven't watched it, do watch it because we talked about what is your partner or your love language. So like you said, if some people like the attention of gifts or flower, that's their love language. And some people really don't care about that. Maybe they did in the beginning of their marriage or when they were dating. And
For me, I want my flowers. Like you're right. Like
Yeah.
even love language changes, right? Like in the beginning, I was more about, we all want all the love languages.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, I was more into words of affirmation. Whereas now I'm more into acts of service and maybe some receiving flowers
I
because
think she wants all of it. All the love language, acts of service,
Why not?
affirmation, receiving gifts. You want everything, girl. That's not how it is. You need
we
to
all
know
do.
that.
That's right though.
Yeah.
But I think where I was going is my love language has changed over time. And, even though receiving flowers was a lot more sweeter and cuter back in the days, but even now it's not like I expected like every day or every week or every occasion, but even if it's done like randomly, it just makes me feel so happy and
Of course,
special.
you feel loved. You feel like you get that attention that you want. And for some people, that's not the case. Like the excitement that I really had when I was engaged and I used to like receive flowers was just different than now. Like when I receive it now, I show excitement, but I mean, I'm not gonna say like I don't get happy, but for me, it's different things that makes me happy. Like if my husband just goes somewhere and he, he's having this particular food and it reminds me of him. I know you were gonna pick on me with that, and it just reminds him that like, oh, like she likes this particular food and he brings me some. I think I get the happiest with
Okay, because you're a foodie, duh.
I get so
It all
happy
comes
and
down.
excited. He just shares like whatever he had outside or whatever.
That's cute.
He brings
No, it's
sometimes.
cute.
So those little
It's
things.
cute because he knows you're a foodie, so he
I
knows
know,
how
like,
to
what am I
impress
gonna do with
you.
the flower? Okay, I got
He knows
it.
your weakness.
It's beautiful. I put the flower on the vase and I look at them. They're beautiful.
But then they die.
I deserve it. I will get it. But then they die, right?
Yeah.
But when my stomach is nice and full. That's a different feeling. Like, yes,
See,
I
I
am
guess it comes
foodie.
down to what you prefer, right?
Yeah,
And it's
that's
so
true.
important, like back to our episode, it is so important to know your own love language
Yeah.
and also each other's love language. So you know how to love your partner and how to give them the attention that they desire.
Yeah, and you know what's so crazy, Lita? Sometimes I feel like women vent more than men. Like, oh, my husband doesn't love me anymore.
He's changed,
He's
yeah.
changed. Our
He
love
doesn't
has
give me the
changed.
attention.
All that kind of silly stuff. But have you noticed that, us as women, we change too, as women, like we don't take care of ourselves after marriage. We focus so much on the kids sometimes. We
Or cleaning and cooking.
cleaning and cooking, and we always try to say, oh, like, we need to go on a date. Why don't we set up those date nights? Why don't we go above and beyond to do little things? I mean, it's not.
It's always like, oh, it's our anniversary. What's the plan?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't you make the plan?
We always think the man has to take
Get
us
the
out,
flowers, get the gifts,
get the
yeah.
gifts. I mean, leave them alone. They've already done it. If they've already done so much, like,
And
it's
they've
our
impressed
turn
us
too.
enough. No, I
And
agree
it's
with
not
that.
bad for a woman to go and do those things. I think
Yeah.
it's quite cute when we try to do a little bit too.
To make them feel special too.
100%.
You're right. I feel like there are a lot of women out there who change, actually, like even personally, like thinking back from how I used to be to how I am. And that's part of life. Change is good because we grow older and our preferences change and we change for the better, right? And obviously you have to adjust to what life brings you, right? Once you get married, you have your partner, you have responsibilities, you have your kids. So you have to change for the better, like I said. And sometimes that changes the relationship too, because the attention you were able to give your partner as a wife, maybe you're not, because now you're giving that attention to your kids, to your home, by cleaning and cooking. And we don't realize that maybe our husbands do want us to spend some time with them alone, or just take care of ourselves, go to the
Yeah.
gym, just go for walks and do all of those things. But we never pick on ourselves. We always always pick on our
Try to
partner,
please the other person.
saying, "Oh, you don't
Yeah.
love me anymore." Like
Yeah.
that's our favorite quote. We don't love you, don't love me anymore.
Yeah, we're as responsible as much as they are, when it comes to just keeping the marriage strong and healthy and amazing. A marriage comes with a lot of responsibility, lots of understanding and support. So if these things are fading, maybe yes, love will be fading too.
That's right. I feel like when you see your husband being a good father, or when you see your wife being a good mom, I think that shows that your love is still there and the love is growing, because love grows towards other things. Now it's not just the two of you, it's a whole household, a full family. And I think, seeing your partner providing or working hard, or just, being able to pay the bills and even contributing, whether it's financially, whether it's emotionally, just seeing that from your partner means your love is still there and it's just getting stronger and stronger.
100%. And I think when you turn a house into home, that's the most beautiful thing, and that is love itself. When you see your kids are just laughing around, being silly around, you're always like, you see just good environment, good energy, good vibes, and positive things around the house. I think that itself is love. So I mean, every household might have ups and downs days,
Of course.
ups and downs, or maybe some problems. But at the end of the day, if it's still like you're surviving and you're just doing everything together, that shows more than enough, right?
Yeah, and sometimes, it might not be a 50-50, and that's just the reality, because I feel like us women tend to do more regardless. But knowing that you can count on your partner when you need it, I think that shows their love and their support. And if you really can't count on them when you're not well, or when you need them the most and they don't care about you, they don't, they're not going to be there,
Yeah.
then that's when, you really start questioning, like, is the love still there? Is it
Yeah.
really fading? Because it does happen, to the best of us, and it does happen. We see it a lot
Yeah.
online too. Or sometimes I feel like there will be one partner who's really focused on their career and they're really, getting up there, whereas
Yeah.
the other partner is sacrificing, staying home, whether it's the husband or the wife. In most cases, it is the wife who, sacrifices and ends up being a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
And, she'll let her husband progress. And we've seen it the other way around, even on social media, where the husband takes that duty and stays home
Yeah.
and lets the wife progress, or vice versa. And then what ends up happening is, because you've let this person go so far in life, and you've stayed behind, that you start getting the feelings of resentment.
Yeah.
Then you no longer feel the love because you feel guilty for being that person to sacrifice, like letting that
Yeah.
person achieve all their goals while you're so behind, and you're at an age where you're just like, I don't even like I don't
I
even
give
have
everything
time.
away.
I don't even have time to
Yeah.
get to that level anymore. Now you guys are in different life stages.
Yeah.
And that's when your love starts breaking apart and
because if
fades.
couple has like different goals, different dreams. I also think it's so important, like from the beginning of your marriage, if a couple is really like focusing on the same goals, same path, same
have to be,
career, same dreams, it really gets, love only gets stronger, marriage gets stronger, the family vibe gets stronger. But if one person's goal is different and there's not enough support, or they want different things in life, I think that's when the love like kind of fades a little bit. And
I
just,
couldn't agree more with you. Yeah.
you know, and I've noticed that, like you said, like we see it nowadays in social media with the divorces, with a lot of things. It's because like if couples are not going through the same path, it really can get really messy.
Yeah, I think you need to be on the same page as a husband and wife. You have to be on the same page. Yes, there are disagreements, and back to like our previous episodes where we talked about struggles of parenting.
Yeah.
Yes, you will have small disagreements, but I think strong couples are those who are able to overcome those and just get stronger and be able to understand each other, and also respect. I think
Yeah.
respecting each other's decision and respecting each other's needs and wants is literally the top of the line. Once that
100%.
respect is gone, once a partner doesn't care about what this person wants, how they feel, and everything that goes towards a relationship, I think there's really nothing left to it.
And love doesn't get destroyed. You or your partner can only destroy it. You have control over your love, your marriage, and your happy life.
So what do you think? Does love really fade, or does it just change over time? Let us know in the comments below.
Thank you so much for watching us, besties. We have noticed that, we have a lot of besties that are following us on Instagram and TikTok. And we don't have as much subscribers on YouTube. So just one click to subscribe to our channel.
And grow our community. Don't forget to watch us every Thursday for a new episode.
Bye.
Bye.